Hi,
Hi. Kindly tell us who you are and what you do.
I'm Isaac Mnyaka, popularly known as Ayzoe Brad. I am a photographer, creative director, and artist based in Nairobi.
Ayzoe Brad is quite an interesting name. Why Ayzoe Brad?
Well, Ayzoe Brad came to me when I was 12. I was inspired by the man Isaac Newton because of the boundaries he broke during his lifetime. Yeah, and I inspired to be like that, to break boundaries. But I also wanted to have a unique identity. So I felt Isaac is already taken. Yeah, so that's how Ayzoe came to me. Something unique for something unique.
So we're here today to talk about a very special project
Yeah,
called Exploring Urban Structures.
yeah.
So what is Exploring Urban Structures?
Exploring urban structures is a project whereby we go into depth about urbanization, its beauty, its disadvantages and advantages, and whether it is forward thinking or development to us as a society.
Now, for some of us who don't know, what is urbanization?
Urbanization is the process of setting up a town or growing a town by building infrastructure or social amenities. Yeah.
What of development?
Development is the forward thinking and forward movement of a society whereby they progress from where they were to, to the next stage.
Is urbanization development?
That is a question that I ask myself every day. Because when I look at the old times, like the old Renaissance towns, and also right here in our shores in the Swahili communities, you're going to find that their towns were more peaceful, more attractive, more beautiful. But right now, different architectures come in Nairobi with their own different ideas. And for me, it creates noise. That's one of the things that I have noticed with Nairobi. And for me, I have to question now, is that really development? Because I believe a town has to be made with a certain idea so that it can bring a universal good to the whole society.
But what of beauty?
Yeah?
What of beauty? Because some towns are beautiful. What of beauty as an aspect?
Well, we can take like one building and say it's beautiful. It's so easy because you'll find that that particular architect had his own idea, yeah? And it was good. But now when you put something beautiful among another beautiful but different, another among another beautiful but different, you're going to find that the beauty gets washed away and it becomes noise. You see, so that's what I think many towns are in. Yeah, many people come with their own ideas, and it kind of creates a noise of ideas, which is very visible. That's what you're going to find, like in town. Let's say Nairobi, a blue building will be next to a brown building, will be next to a white building, and next again to a blue, to a yellow. Now for me, that kind of creates noise. There's no harmony, you know. So I kind of believe where we are going to, I'm not so sure, but we really need to revisit and really need to question ourselves.
So let's talk about the effects of urbanization on human behavior.
Okay, the effects of urbanization on human behavior. Um, there's this case example that from a film I watched called Nairobi Half-Life. It showed a young man moving from a rural place to an urban area. And what I learned a lot from that film, there was a lot of change in this man that happened, emotionally, spiritually, and also physically, ironically. And what that showed me is that there's something this town do to us, you know, because there are so many people who complain to me and say, hey, watu wa Nairobi, watu wa hii, shows kinds of untrustworthy, shadiness, ujanja, those kinds of things. And for me, I believe urbanization has an effect on us, yeah, because you always find that people from rural area have a certain way of lifestyle, umoja, you know, and people in urban areas have a different kind of lifestyle. Let me give you an example. Huh? You see, in each urban home, there's a fence. In each urban home, there's a security guard. In any building you walk into town, yeah, there's always a security guard, there's always a protocol to walk in and walk out. You see, that creates privacy. Yeah? What privacy creates is kutengana among the society, you see. And for me, I'm asking myself yet again, hiyo ni maendeleo, you know, because we are a society for a reason. Hawezi jiinua hii dunia peke yako, you know. So for me, I believe urbanization truly has an effect on people. Yes.
What was your motivation, or what was it that was pushing you to say, I need to do this project so that the world can see what exactly is taking place and what we can improve?
Well, as a photographer, artist, and creative director, I came to realize I have a vision, you know. The same way probably an accountant, a lawyer has a vision on their own field. Yeah? And I believe if we use our specialities to benefit the society, then we are actually doing a right job, because our life is not our own, you know. I cannot just simply say, okay, I'm a good photographer, I'm a good artist, let me just make my money, raise my family, because in the end of the day, my family will need to go out in the world. They need to interact with other families. They need to interact with other people. The lawyer, the children of the lawyer, the children of the accountants. And what will I do? Which justice will I be doing for my children if they go outside the world and meet a bad world? You know. So I believe it's our job to make the world a better place. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, we all have a role to play in this society, and we all count. And that's why I believe through my vision, I realized I can show people the good and bad things about urbanization. Probably then I will leave a better world for my children, and we'll all live happily.
I understand you're gearing up and getting ready to do the Exploring Urban Structures project. So what type of participation would you like to have from us as society?
I want the society to spread the word. This is the most important thing about this project, is the message you are preaching. Yeah? And it won't help any of us if the society doesn't join in the conversation. That is why I also want the society to ask themselves the same questions. Are we going ahead? Are we going behind? Before you go and chimba a place, you know, before you go and decide, okay, I want to build here, I want to build here, I want to make a flat here, I want to make offices here, you need to ask yourself, is this bringing good only to me or also to my brothers and sisters, you know? And for me, I believe brothers and sisters are not defined by blood, but are defined by us as a human society. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Ayzoe.